Welcome in, Renegades. And today we are going to go over the shocking dump for crypto and why it's bullish for ICP, CKB, and Jasmy. Now, this is something that happens when the Bitcoin dominance kind of turns around and we get a crazy dump, but it wasn't just the Bitcoin dump because normally Bitcoin does not send altcoins free falling unless it falls a lot more than that. We've seen Bitcoin go down $8,000 before and we barely move 20% down. And we went way down. So it's kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting this big dump right this second. I was expecting June to be a bearish month. I talked my friend into buying $200 worth of ICP. He did 100 at 12 something, and then another 100 down here at 1080. So that's pretty cool. Let's go into the charts. Let's see what's going on today. We're just going to go right into these charts today just to get some news over here. We're at 1091 for the internet computer. We have some massive volume, number 78 in volume with $132 million in sell volume. And as you see, it didn't take a whole lot to dump ICP down there to get us. And then look at that volume. People are scooping it up and they're dumping it down further. We're super oversold on every single RSI. The lower time frames on ICP. Let's just go check this out real quick. As you see, it went right down here to this 1071 that we've been looking at, about 1050. We actually saw this hit right around 1050, 1060 right here. So this is an area of magnetism for ICP. This is a good sign that we could be seeing a big recovery coming in July. I was expecting a massive dump, and we saw that. I was thinking we were going to go sideways more, but this needed to happen so that in the last part of June we can start to turn bullish again and start to see new local 2024 bull market highs. Now, as you see, this RSI is way down here at 33.97 on the daily, which is good. We normally have nice pumps when we get down to this low. That doesn't mean that's going to happen because we have some serious crazy things happening. It looks like they're just trying to force liquidations. That's what's happening right now. Luckily, I was able to ride this up at about 1099. Up here to a nice 1152, took a nice leverage trade. But this is getting riskier as we go. I'm just a big guy for accumulating dollar cost averaging. That's what I tell any of my friends or any of my family to do. If they're in crypto, you need to dollar cost average. Do not leverage trade. Let's say that for the degens, right? People who are willing to risk it all and lose it all. And you can make a lot of money, but most likely you're going to lose money if you're leverage trading. So let's go look. I'll show you these RSIs. Look at this. This one's down here at 24 the hour, and it's been down here for how many hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours down here. And look how they keep trying to push it higher while it goes lower, right? So that's what's been happening. They've been pushing the RSI lower with these quick spike ups in price, and then it'll go down. They spike it up, drop it a little bit over time, spike it up, and then that's how we end up going up with the RSI and down in price. I've been watching this kind of stuff, and even if we look at this 4 hour, the 4 hour doesn't stay overbought or oversold. Oh my God, it's at 27. So we are legit after this big dump just crashing down. But this is good. This we need to see this level hold support. But once I told you guys, if we close, let's go out to this one real quick and we're going to move on to the next one. I think we're going to have a nice recovery from here. Just because I'm bullish on a crypto, that doesn't mean that we're just going to keep going up. So let's look at this daily. And actually it is the weekly, my bad. So let's get rid of all of these. So if you look, I said if we close, especially on the weekly, if we close a candle body, lower than these points right here, then we are going to turn really bearish. So if this candle closes below 1057, and I'm going to show you what that means on the daily over here. So as you see, we closed. Okay, why is this important? So since our pump to $21, this is super important, we have yet to close below this point right here. We hit support right here, right at about 1164, and if we went lower than this, it was going to be bad, and we went lower than it right here, down to 1060, right? And then we closed at 1152, and we closed here at 1178, so we turned bearish. And then we also, on the daily, break this EMA 200, which was our big level of support, and that's when they dump it, when that 200 gets close, and then they're able to wreck us out because that's a moving average. So let's go over to CKB now, see what's happening with CKB. It's down to 1.7 cents. It didn't really dump too hard. I mean, it has 65 million in volume. I looked at my bag of CKB, and it was still worth just about what it has been worth the whole time. So yeah, it did barely drop. It barely dropped. Oh, I'm loving me some CKB. I'm buying more of this. When we have big dumps like that, and CKB doesn't even dump? What? It barely went down a tenth of a penny. A tenth of a penny. I mean, yeah. What, make 2/10 of a penny at the most here? Like, what the heck, bro? It's only down 7%. Let's look at the week. Let's look at the week. It's up 11% this week. And it's only down 7.77%. Jackpot if you're a CKB holder. I'm loving that. That's beautiful. McLovin' it, baby. McLovin' it for sure. Okay, let's go in here to CKB. Oh, this is beautiful. I mean, it didn't even go lower than the low. God, oh man, this is a good crypto, guys. I mean, it's technically competent. It's very sound. This kind of big pump, you know, we had the same thing with ICP, and it like pumped way up and then only hit this support line and held support and went back up and held this support too. It seems like they're really trying to wreck the ICP people out. This is looking, maybe it could form some sort of a cup and handle here, you know, with this big pattern right here. Looks like a cup and handle, you know, and we could see CKB come back up to this 2 cent mark with another test, you know, at 2.3, another test of 2 cents. This is beautiful. So it's going to go up, possibly test this 2.3 cents, or maybe get stopped at this 2 cents. But things are looking increasingly bullish for CKB. Now let's look at these smaller time frames. I mean, look at the daily though. The only problem with this is that it is a little bit over bought on the daily, getting up there. It's not overbought yet. I mean, it still has a ways to go, but it just doesn't mean that it can pump as hard as the internet computer next time. With big dumps come big pumps. Now, this is a good way to keep your money pretty safe, and you could make a lot of money. As you see, it does do nice pumps, and it's probably gearing up for the next move. So both cryptos have very, very interesting ways. The cool thing is with internet computer, it went down so far that you're able to buy in at a cheap price, but you can still load up your bags of CKB. Both are very good because this held our money very safely, and internet computer offers buying opportunities. Both of those are good if you utilize that opportunity. Now let's look at the 4 hour. So we do have a double top here, and it does look like it pushed it down, but it is riding this EMA 200 on the 4 hour, and it's above it on the daily. So things are increasingly bullish. And these are the lines I drew last time that I was in CKB. I just want to let you know that last time I did a technical analysis, you can go look at my CKB video, and I drew those lines on my video before. These are trend lines, and they respect them exactly. I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks on CKB, and as you see, we were down here, and I definitely called this move to the exact points where CKB went. Look, so you can see that it really respects these trend lines, and I'm looking for a big move after this dump. But we might see some consolidation until closer to the end of June. This is a historically bearish month, and this is what I was expecting to see. I just wasn't expecting it to happen in such a violent and fast way. And look at where it went down to exactly. I mean, these price targets will tell you exactly where these cryptos are going for the most part. Sometimes we get it wrong, guys. We're human, but we do our best. So then let's look at Jasmy now. Jasmy, number 51. Jasmy, look at that volume, 383. It's only down 6.8%. This is beautiful. I love to see a coin that can hold its own. And as you see, it was at 4.2 cents, but it didn't really take that big of a dive. It did dive down a little bit right here, but it's super funny to see the price, hold its value like that. So let's look at the charts now. I mean, that's a big amount of volume too. I mean, all these cryptos have massive volume. It makes me think the exchanges are the ones that are dumping. And Jasmy, it's been a long time, and it pumped up, way higher than I ever thought it was going to. Look at Jasmy go. But it does have this head and shoulders pattern right here, this kind of horizontal one. I mean, yeah, I've seen these play out before. Now, this could just be the whole head, and then we get, something like over here where this is a head, and we get, this is the more likely scenario since that was kind of a broken pattern. But if we get another head, we can see that. Now, in the 4 hour, it was overbought up here. And as you see, it didn't push us down. If ICP would have stayed at 12.91, we probably wouldn't have seen it dump so much, but it's a really good buying opportunity to dollar cost average. Now, I see Jasmy possibly going for, a little bit of a dump just because it hasn't dumped that much. But it looks like that volume is strong and people are really supporting this crypto. Let's get a trend line started here. It looks like we have a breakout of this trend line on the 15-minute, and we have another breakout of this trend line right here, which is going to tell us if we're going to be bullish or bearish. As you see, these RSIs are not broken like the internet computers, man. It's like they're trying to liquidate everything on the internet computer. That's what's happening. But that's okay because we're just dollar cost averaging. It's bad for leverage trading, so it's probably time to take a break on leverage trading. But yeah, things are looking good. Now, if we go to the 1 hour, it does look like it could be a recovery level. This kind of area has broke down from this, so we could see a move from Jasmy just with this. We could see a big move to the downside for Jasmy if this happens. Probably not, because we've already seen that dump, because it'll go and it'll probably just be a wick down. As you see, it's wick to touch the EMA 200, and this could be a possible 3.4 cents, and that's definitely a possibility. If Bitcoin dumps again, altcoins are going to dump again. All right, guys, that being said, goodbye, and good ICP, CKB, and Jasmy.